cleans it up. Nimble is already 10-5. He's just having a phenomenal series and a phenomenal event so far.
Yeah, he's doing hard work for his team here. Looks like we're going to see this rotation sort of come out. Prodigy were in control of the spawns initially at Cave, but it's going to be a big gunfight coming out for damage at the bottom of your map. And he cleans up Killer Pie off those spawns, and he's going to win spawns for his team for this next hill at Commissary. And they can hear the trash talk coming out already. That was huge yelling.
Absolutely. Nimble, man of the series so far, gets another kill. Good prediction was the grenade, but Gydra does end up out dipping and dodging him in that one. Zeus can't find Hopi's life, as it will be Prodigy now making their first solid push towards this hard point.
Yeah, this is really... Oh, wow. I was about to say this is really big for Prodigy to push the back out, but Damage gets a two-piece of a Scarab? Like, why aren't you guys running Flak Jacket, guys? Come on.
Squism wants to try and make redemption for his team, but doesn't land a single shot. Damage still in this hard point. Uncontested. Score streaks to boot.
Mate,
but he does drop. I think the fact that he's got the score streaks, though, that's a fantastic, fantastic thing to have. This is the damage that Tainted Minds needed in that first hard point.
Oh, definitely. Look at him. He's 13-4, minute and 16 of hill time. He's clearly, easily the MVP for his team here.
And the difference is being shown in that scoreboard. It's now Tainted Minds with that 100-point lead. Maybe map 1 would have been more of a blowout simply if Damage had found his fingers a little bit quickly. Squism drops to Nimble. Nimble still just dropping insane numbers at this stage. It is Gydra in the hill. He hasn't done too much since that search and destroy. The uplink was alright, but he needs to shine in this hard point, but he's got a way to get back into the action as he does get dropped.
Yeah, Damage has definitely got his confidence back. You saw him just basically flying out from cover to contest that player off of hill, and it just works flawlessly. Killer Pie wasn't able to reply at all. It looks like Killer Pie's going to push up through your loading here right now. He's in a good position, but he doesn't quite have numbers with his team. Actually, he does it, in fact, and it looks like he's going to take out this first hard point. 4 seconds to go. I mean, I suppose it's not going to matter. I didn't notice the time there.
Right now, Damage in that new hard point. He's tagged up. Killer Pie doesn't even check the corner that he knew he was in, and that just seems a bit of a careless mistake by him.
Yeah, that was a huge error. Basically, he had the front of the map. All he really needs to do is just sit out the front, buy time for his teammates. He can either wall run around the top there, or even on the flank, just so he pinches with his team instead of just throwing his life in the bin to have to contest again.
Do you feel as though if Tainted Minds get the majority off this hard point, is that going to be it for map number 4?
I don't know. It could happen, but look what we saw previously. I mean, Prodigy was up by a huge margin, and Tainted Minds clawed their way back. But we'll have to see how their late game composure goes towards the end of this series.
It is going to be a huge engagement for Damage when he comes up against Squism, but Squism wins it in the end. They will get the scrap time, but that scrap time's actually really hurting them now. It looks like they're going to be just shy of the 200-point club, and score streaks to use by Damage in this open hard point. Trinity Rocket will be coming through, and will he be able to get any plays? Just ends up popping one and does take out Killer Pie in the end, so does get some use out of it. Hopi in the hard point gets a big kill onto Zeus, and it seems like this is now or never for Prodigy.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty surprised Damage just bursted those first 2 rockets out of his kill streak. Probably would have just flown that in nice and slow so his team could push onto the hard point and then just curved it back into the cave.
2 score streaks used, only 1 kill. Is that a waste?
It definitely is. I mean, he could have just burned time. And, well, look who's on the hill. Prodigy.
They're about to get into that 100 points. Players from Tainted Minds about to contest, and they come flying on in. Can't win the first gunfight. Zeus drops in the end. Gydra trades it out, but Nimble is following behind. This is a huge one. Can they get that? This scrap time is just big for Tainted Minds. They can win the game off scrap time alone. Prodigy have to keep contesting, but now they need to start planning. They have the spawns for Commissary. Can they lock it down, though? That scoreline is telling the tale of this map so far, all Tainted Minds.
All right, looks like payloads are going to start to come online here. Pretty close for a couple of players. Zeus and Damage, as well as Killer Pie and possibly Schism as well. It looks like Prodigy did get the early rotation, but they don't have anyone on this anchor at the back. I'm not sure where they're going to spawn.
Damage
they're
gets...
spawning out.
Oh, they're spawning out. It looks like those payloads are going to come into effect. Nimble's about to get his active camo. If they lose it, you'd expect him to pop it and retake it. Tainted Minds, they're on track to make this a 3-1 series victory. not much life in Prodigy by the looks of it. Squism's really the only one that's turning up for his team. He's got to get some life back into his other teammates.
Oh, surely not. Squism just absolutely deletes damage and Nimble there. Just with the opportunity to break, but I mean, they need to contest this because there's so little time. Curry, you said that Tainted Minds can win off of scrap time, but I mean, there's 20 seconds left. Prodigy absolutely have to get this rotation down, and Tainted are going to have the superior spawns for not only this hill, but the next as well at this stage in time.
Gydra setting up. He has some big gunfights to win. Zeus is having a good map so far. He's winning a lot of those key engagements. Not on the KD ratio. Dens drops. Nimble has that active camo as well, ready to use. He's in the middle of the map. No one right now for Tainted Minds in the hard point, and they do capitalize on that one. You can't really see them losing this one. KP and Squism need to go big. Reactive armor popped, wins one gunfight. Can he get the second? No. Zeus, again, that huge engagement that he needs to win. Nimble pops the active camo. Should be able to spot one player. Does do so. Second one challenging. But Tainted Minds, they only gathering like, 7 points or so. But it's just accumulating. Less than 10 to take away this series.
Yeah, Tainted know that they can win this map purely off of just like a tiny little bit of scrap time. But they're pushing in one by one. Instead of working as a team and pushing in as a group, it's just not going to happen.
Tainted Minds are set up to actually get the next hard point. Prodigy, they got to push right now. The kill feed is telling you the story. Squism, really the last one to contest this one, and he does actually get the double, breaks the hard point. He might have just saved the lives of his team and their series hopes and dreams. What a big play by him. But the scoreboard, they're still down by 100 points. They've got a lot to answer for. Squism came in clutch. Can they keep it going, though? That's the real question. It will be Dens wanting to make a bit of a hero play here. But no heroics in that gunfight.
There was absolutely no need for Dens to push that. What support did he have? He knew there'd be at least one player out there and a player on hill that could have easily pinched out.
Is this a situation where Tainted Minds just ditch this hard point and just start setting up already and get a very solid, good setup? Actually, you know what? They end up breaking it. This is probably going to be the gunfights that'll win the map. Their active camo gets you. Oh, he wins it with the hip fire. That might be all she wrote, and that is it. Dens takes out the active camo player and allows his team to get those final few points. What a fantastic series. Tainted Minds in that final hard point really did flex their muscles and showed why they've won this series 3-1.
Now, this is a Tainted Minds squad that we're used to seeing, ladies and gentlemen. I want to note one player specifically damaged in that one. He opened up in the first hard point with a 1-7. This one, an 18-8. Definitely a deserved win for Tainted Minds there. Prodigy fought valiantly, but of course, TM getting the W there, but not without a fight. Squism, 32 kills, Curry.
32 kills, but how many did you get in that search and destroy?
Ends and L.
Yeah, and a loss at the same time. I wish